Now I've got everything. Hello, everybody, body. Welcome to Rick and Aimee live, so to speak, here on the intranet tonight. Glad to see you with us. I think maybe this big rally that President Trump has going out in, where is he at? Panama City Beach, Florida, may be keeping a lot of people off because it's on Fox News Live right now as I speak. But it won't be that way all night. Well, you know what I'm saying, don't you? It's been kind of quiet here last few days. The same old crap going on in Washington. Nothing new to talk about. I'll be looking at some news as we go along, I hope. And then Aimee will be here in just a minute. She was talking to some of her family members, and they've got a couple of people sick and stuff like that. So it's going to take her a few minutes to get ready. And hey, I mean, it's no big deal. You know, I'll just take it out of her pay. Had me some chicken noodle soup and chocolate milk for supper tonight. Wrapping it up with my... Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see. We'll look on the front of the Drudge tonight, and it will tell us a little bit what's going on. If I can find this thing over here. Oh my goodness, I don't have it. Hang on just 1 second. I'm sorry. There you go. This is the front of drudge.com. They have a lot of good news stories on there, up to date. Nancy Pelosi, is it Pelosi or Pelosi? I don't know. Pelosi? She's on her usual tyrant type of thing. Let's go see what she's saying over here. I got to make this thing fit just a little bit bigger. This is Drudge. Trump executive privilege. He's calling for to keep things quiet, trying to quieten things down a little bit up there in Washington, D.C. as the Democrats continue their efforts to destroy America. That's my opinion. And it's the opinion of virtually everybody that's on my personal page on Facebook. And I have 5,000 friends on there, and I put polls at the top of the page all the time. And I'm going to tell you that, hello there. There is Angela. We call her Ange around here. How you doing, Angela? Got things a little better tonight here. I finally got all this stuff fixed. I don't know what happened. You know, I like to think, I mean, if I'm going to think, I like to think it was the government messing with me, or some anti-Republicans, or some New World Order people trying to keep me from going on the air. But it's came in here last night, and this whole video studio computerized program was just totally screwed up. And it's almost like somebody got in there and just moved every little thing around that could be moved around, and I didn't know that. And so I had like 2 hours before the show that I was in here working on this silly thing, and I could not get it all done by 9 o'clock. So I just shut it down. I said on the in the message room there, the chat room, I said, I don't think my mind, I can mentally even do it anymore. And there's Brenda Joan, I think it is. Hello there. Glad to see you in there. They're coming in a little bit at a time. Let's see. I don't think I have got. Let me look. I don't think I have. Let me try this. Capture devices. Stream webcam. Microphone webcam 930. No, that's not it. Hang on. Oops. Well, what I'm trying to do is put this TV on here where y'all can see it. And it's 8:05 p.m. in Panama City. Looks like they're outside the way that, but I can't, for some reason I can't get that get that camera up there to work. I'm gonna try something else here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that.
Do what?
I'm trying to get that TV on here, but it's not doing it right for some reason. Try it again here. Capture devices, Logitech 930. No, that's not it. Take that off. Really not very prepared tonight, I admit that, but I never am, so why should I start changing things here in the midstream? That's for a microphone. No, that's not it. Well, I don't guess we're going to be able to do it.
Now what?
I can't get the TV camera to work. It's almost like somebody might unplug it or something. I don't know.
So what does that mean?
Pelosi, is that Pelosi? Pelosi? Angie's trying to straighten me out there. She says Pelosi that is how you pronounce Pelosi. But I put a word in front of it.
Ange from where?
Ange from, where is she at? She's in Pennsylvania, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. Peters, Austin, Angela. But her first name is not Peters. Her name is Angela Austin. You can change that on, did you know you can change that on Facebook if you want to put Angela Peters Austin? You can do that very easily. Someday call me or something, I'll show you how to do it if you don't, but I'm sure she does. She seems to know a lot about what's going on. And there's Brenda up there lurking around. We've got a couple more signing in here now. That's great. Glad to see that. This is going to be our first official Rick and Aimee. No, we did two of them, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did two shows. We did two shows, and it got real good. They need to back off this crap that's going on in Washington, D.C. It's absolutely ridiculous. These Democrats are up there. They're trying their damnedest to shut Trump down, and all they're doing is hurting themselves. I have heard. I'll tell you, Trump did win the not the popular vote, but the what do you call it? Help me out there, Aimee upstairs. What do you call it? I can't even remember it. Lord, see what I'm saying? My mind's gone. It's just gone. Not the popular vote, but the electoral vote. Thank you, Aimee. She's pretty good even when she's not here. I think that's, I still like the electoral vote, and simply because it could get to the point that there's enough people in California and New York and Texas to run the country. No matter what we vote, our vote wouldn't count. And of course, they're trying to change that now since Trump got elected. This is interesting. Let's see what this is about. Scenes from the new Cold War unfolding at the top of the world. Isn't it funny? Why do they go to Alaska and places like that to start a war? I don't understand that. Green Berets and the U.S. Marines patrol the tundra under a radar station outside Barrow, Alaska during training exercises. I've never understood why they have to go to the coldest place in the world to start a war or have a war. Never understood that, and yet we always fight in places like Vietnam, Iraq, Iran, and places like that. And it's hot there, but they go to Alaska. Alaska must be something up there very important. When I was in the Air Force, and I'm not going to sit here and tell long stories, I'm just waiting around for Aimee. There's Jerry Horton. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Glad to see you in there. Hello, Brenda Joan Martheller. Sounds like Mosteller's Garage here in Chattanooga. Mosteller's Garage. When I was in the Air Force, they tried to send me from a tech school to a place in, oh my Lord, where is it? Well, there I go again, can't remember. Thule, Greenland. And I was about halfway through my tech training classes there, and they came, and they said, the first sergeant came into the class and he said, hey, all you guys are going to go to Thule, Greenland for a 3-year tour. I said, what is a Thule, Greenland? He said, go to the library and look it up. We didn't have computers like this. We didn't have the internet back then. There she comes. And so I told the first sergeant, I said, man, well, tell me. I went and looked it up in the library, and it's like 14. This place is not. You can't even see it from the ground. It's underground, and it's under 14 feet of snow. 9 or 10 months out of the year. One less than 1 month of the year, you might see some grass there, but it's almost always it's bad. So I told her, I said, man, I can't handle that. I can't handle cold. I said, I'm from the South, man, and I've never been able to handle cold. He says, well, you got to go there, else wash out of your class. And I said, well, how do you do that? And he told me how, and I did. But he said, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to go to Vietnam. He said, that's the only other place we need you, in Vietnam. I said, that's fine with me, man. Send me to Vietnam. I'm ready to go. I'm serve my country and all that kind of stuff. He said, it's dangerous. I said, well, so is living under 14 foot of snow as far as I'm concerned. But this was an underground cryptographic center, And they listened to messages from Russia, China, and places like that, I guess. So I washed out of that, man. I just didn't want that. So they sent me right on over there to Vietnam where they needed me. And I'm glad they did, because it's just a year and I got to see a war and being part of a war, and so here I am. Okay, I'm glad y'all enjoyed that.
Here comes the comedy.
Yeah, here comes the funny part now. Scenes from the new Cold War unfolding at the top of the world. That's kind of boring. Lord have mercy. Look at that. Look at this.
What?
You see this thing here is a...
What is all this?
I don't know. Just fix it the way you want it.
I had it the way I wanted it.
That's the leftovers of the way I did it. See that big old... That's a big antenna right there. And it is covered with ice and snow. Oh my God, I could not stand that. But here's a slide of what's going on up there. Look at this. Can you see Rick Igo standing outside a place like this in Thule, Greenland? I mean, Greenland's just as bad as Alaska, or worse. Look at there, getting on the plane, and look at that. They're about froze to death. Look how cold it is there. Oh, Lord have mercy. There's the Air Force. This is an underground thing right here. I believe this is a submarine right here sticking up out of the ice. You can see a helicopter shadow. This is the kind of crap I'd have had to work in Thule, Greenland. Oh my Lord have mercy. I couldn't do that. I mean, I simply could not do it. There's nobody in the world that hates cold weather worse than me. Can't you see Rick Igo sitting out there in the middle of nowhere like that with a radio? Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, I'll take Vietnam any day over that, even if they are shooting at you. These guys, paratroopers jumping out of planes, and oh my goodness gracious. Oh. I guess he give up. Could not do that. Where'd she go? Where'd you go now, Aimee?
Right here.
Where? I'm gonna take this out of your pay, you know. Hey, there she is. Got a call. Hello.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh man, where's that? Oh my, whoa! I don't know if I'm going to stay on this the whole night or not. What's the matter?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. This is
Hey.
Amy's friend and my new friend, and she's in Pennsylvania. She calls in when nobody else is. We haven't done the show in a long time. We did it twice last week. We got to get. What's the shades for?
Just want to see if you noticed.
Well, of course I noticed. You look pretty. You got.
When doesn't she look pretty?
You got something on your.
That's a tattoo.
You couldn't find
I keep forgetting them when I'm on camera. It's opposite.
It's not like in a mirror. It's the opposite of a. Whoa. Whew. Jerk it on up there, man. Okay. Let me show you a picture I made of Aimee with Photoshop type thing.
There you go.
Look at this.
Gotta love them shades.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
There's Aimee in space. That's nice. Looks like you're standing there, don't it? I like to do stuff like that.
You doctor all my photos.
I know I play with your photos all the time. Well, I have to play with girls' photos because on Facebook I've got the I have a web page, a Facebook page called Girls of the Day.
I like how Ann said Pel-O-C.
L-O-C.
Her name is Pelosi. Pelosi.
Yeah.
I thought you spelled it S-H-I-T, but it is P-E-L-O-S-E-E. That woman's
No, actually it's P-E-L-I or P-E-L-O-S-I. Pelosi.
Pelosi. I'll tell you what, she's a POS as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my.
She is. Woman's crazy.
But what I tell people about opinions, everybody's got one and they all stink.
No, most of them stink. That's what I think you're supposed to say. Most of them stink.
Nope, opinions are like assholes.
Yeah. I wish I could turn my camera on that TV over there. Trump's speaking at Panama City. You know, isn't it funny how when you watch Trump, now, I'm serious about that. When you watch Trump at a rally and you see the people, they're good-looking people. They're good-looking people. I wish you could see it. It is on Fox right now. I see some girls up there with their nice hair and everything. I see a black guy, nicely trimmed, cut and everything. Mm-hmm. Just pretty audiences. Then you go look at these people for these Democrats, and damn, it looks like in a third world country or something where they're all mixed up. They're not even Americans. What you doing?
My signature thing.
What is your signature?
What do you mean, not even Americans?
Well, they don't look American.
America is it's a melting pot of everybody from everywhere.
Well, now don't get smart with me. I was just saying.
Oh, I'm not getting smart. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. But I mean, they look nasty. And hey, look, there's blacks in this thing with Trump up here tonight. I see a black guy and a black girl, and now they got a bunch of kids over there, but they look nice. They look average. They look American, and it's the Muslims are trying to take our whole country and turn it into a third world nation, just like the third world nation that they came from, and they're doing a pretty good job at it. What does that mean?
Sheesh.
What are you doing?
Any woman that's watching will get what this means.
Damn Eve for biting the apple first. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I've been a victim of it today.
You have a period too?
No.
That's what I'm talking about.
But when you're going, that's part of it. I've been bitten about 15 times.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's the PMS.
Yeah, that is PMS.
Aimee, tell him what PMS means.
Putting up with men's shit.
Oh my Lord! What did the men do?
Think about it. Everything starts with men. Menstruation, menopause, mental illness.
Mental illness. Yeah. We cause mental illness.
Sometimes. Some of them.
I don't know about that.
I said sometimes, some of them. Oh yeah, see, it causes that. It causes PTSD and all kinds of things.
I wanted to run a little video on here tonight. I had it on the front. Wait a minute, is it on the front of News and Bull, or is it on? Wait a minute, it's on my Chattanooga page. Where is it? Let me see. No. Anyway, it's this guy put together a video with details on it about what's happening in America and all these other kind of places. Now, if you got something you want to talk about, you just pop in there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be scared. Oh, I don't like that grin. But they're talking about Muslims, and do you know? I can't. I'm gonna quote figures, and I'm real close, but I'm not exactly on them. But I'm real close. America's regrowth or
The dry erase board is my signature thing. It's supposed to be funny.
You need a new one?
I didn't catch that.
The dry erase board is my signature thing. It's supposed to be funny.
Oh, I got you.
Carry on.
Thank you. Americans, the birth rate is down to 1.5 children per couple. Did you know it? Blah blah blah. Did you know that when your birth rate is down to 1.5, do you know your country cannot succeed after 30 years? Did you know that? And you want to know what the Muslim birth rate is in this United States of America? The Muslims, and there's 9 million of them in America today. Their birth rate is 3.5. Okay, did you hear me? 3.5 in one generation. In one generation, the Muslims would be able to outnumber the Americans in this country. Or I'm saying white, black, normal Americans, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Now, you know the guy that, y'all remember were you here when they shot the soldiers up, the military people in Chattanooga, killed 5 of them? Were you here then?
4 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Here in Chattanooga, I got kind of, I didn't get tickled about it, but it's kind of funny. I kept telling people on my show years back, I'm talking about 6, 7, 8 years back, Jerry Horton for sure is in the chat room there. He could vouch for that. I told people, I said, you're going to see you're going to see the day when in Chattanooga we have an attack by a crazy Muslim on the streets of Chattanooga. And people laughed at me and they said, Rick Igo's crazy. He's sitting on there telling things that can't happen. It ain't going to happen. Well, by God, it happened. A Muslim, young Muslim man had his college degree, just got his college degree. He got to where he was, I don't know if he couldn't find a job or he wasn't trying to find a job or couldn't find the one he wanted or something like that. So he just decided one day, I'm going to leave this earth. I'm going to die. And so he decided he would just go out, rent a Mustang convertible. He put the top down on it. He had an M16 or AR-15, I forget which. And he went out and drove in front of a recruiting center here on Lee Highway. It's not, how far is it from here? Maybe not even a mile. And he shot the windows up, shot at the recruiters and all of them. Luckily, he didn't hit any of them. So then he sped off, and then he went over to Amnicola Highway, about 4 or 5 miles away, and he shot and killed 5 servicemen. 4 of them were in the Marines, and 1 of them in the Navy. Killed them. And then he walked in front of the cops out there, and the cops shot him dead. Suicide by a cop.
What were some of the topics that we talked about yesterday?
On what?
Your mom?
Yeah.
Socks without seams?
Do what?
Socks without seams?
Oh, good Lord.
And why do bras have to have an underwire?
We got on female issues. It all started with me.
Oh, my Lord. Why?
No, but what? It seems like women, the only way that you look pretty is if you're uncomfortable. Like,
high heels to make your legs look better.
Yeah, my mom, for instance, she doesn't like the seam in the socks, so she has to specifically special order socks that don't have the seam across the top of the toe.
Yeah, I hate them too.
And why, when our bras have to have underwires?
Why?
And if men are such great people, why not invent a bra that has air conditioning in it?
Yeah, for real.
I think I've seen that somewhere before.
Show me where. Never mind. We'll Google it.
I think I actually did see that somewhere. A little air conditioned bra with a little thing that pumps cool air in there.
Oh, and then there was the what all men want for women.
Which is what?
To put them in a chastity belt and in a cage.
Oh, yeah, that was my mom's comment.
Well, that's the way they used to do it years ago. I mean, they put chastity belts on women and with little locks and everything. I mean, I wouldn't do that.
See?
If the woman wants to go have a fling, go have a fling. Lord knows I've gone through that a few times too. And I put their ass on the road. I won't say which ones because I would probably wind up somebody screaming at me or something.
Screaming?
Yeah.
You get run over.
Why do women have those wires in the bra? Seriously?
I don't know. All I know is that they seriously poke at our ribs.
Oh, the worst thing is when a man screws
They
up.
slide up into your armpit.
When a man screws up and tries to do your laundry and he throws your bras in the dryer.
Right?
Did I do that?
No.
Oh,
You could never wear them again after that.
No, because that underwire pops out and then it's so uncomfortable because it keeps nagging and poking at you.
have you got an underwire on yours?
Yes.
Can I feel it?
Don't touch me. But when you pull it out, one boob is way down here and the other boob is way up here.
Uh-huh.
There's got to be other women out there that agree with me.
I got bigger boobs.
I agree.
I got.
Oh, wait. The witch hunt. What's the witch hunt?
What?
Jerry says the witch hunt goes on.
Yeah, he's talking about Trump. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're still looking for that witch. I guess they always will be.
And I'm sure that there's annoying things that us female do to you men.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, start your list.
Oh man, I mean they're just. Whew.
We are so terrible to you.
I think generally speaking, I think women are a lot worse to the men than the men are to the women.
You know, worser is not a word.
Well, I use it.
Well, it's not a word.
Well, I'm going to make it a word.
Well, I agree to disagree with you.
Okay.
It's not a word.
So noted. Next.
It's duly noted.
Duly noted. That sounds like something you'd hear in courtroom all the time. Duly noted.
Yeah, well, that's like the same rhyme my grandmother used to tell me. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best.
That was a long sentence.
I didn't catch none of it.
I caught it all.
I didn't catch any of it or none of it, whichever one's appropriate. We were talking today on the deck outside. It's so pretty outside today. Ooh.
84 degrees today.
Yeah, and then my deck is covered by trees, so it don't you don't get that sun just bearing
Don't
down.
forget the bees.
And oh Lord have mercy. You know, this woman here, I love this girl to death. I mean, I really do. If she ever quits having periods, I'm gonna marry her. But I'm not used to that.
You got another 10 to 15 years for that. That's just the way God works.
Yeah, all the women I've had for the last 20, 30 years probably have all been, neutralized or something, whatever you call it. What's a fact? What does that mean? Frequently asked.
No, the younger generation knows what it means.
Means frequently answered questions.
No, it means fuck you.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
There you go.
Floss and flossers.
It was FAQ. I didn't say a bad word.
When did they start? I never heard that. So I think that's where all of our cuss words are coming from, is up north.
Blame it on the Yankees.
Well, I mean, where's it coming from? I mean, you girls are from the north. Now, I mean, she said the other day, she says, I'm not from the north. I've been down here 7 years.
Right.
That don't make you not a Yankee anymore. And you still, you know what I mean.
Fine.
Fine.
We should hear my son say fork.
There's another thing they use too, that word fine. Fine. I'm going to hush. I'm going to shut up now.
I don't ever say hush. I'll just tell you to F off.
How come we're so short on people? It must be that thing with Trump on there. This is one of the slowest. We had 8, 9, or 10 last night, and we didn't even have a show. Maybe they thought we weren't going to do a show tonight, because I did say, man, I've had it with this stuff. Oh, mercy, mercy. What's causing that? Did you see that?
What?
I don't know. When's the last time I worked on your computer?
I don't know. Isn't that funny that I sit here and play with this all day and it never does anything like that? I start doing my show and then things start going wrong and we're sitting here not touching nothing, and all of a sudden it starts acting crazy. There is you talked your women thing, I can talk my little man thing.
Well, you did your politics thing.
Well, it's not politics. What did I do that's politics?
Aimee, what causes kidney infections?
From what I heard the other day, apparently sex.
What was the question?
What causes kidney infections?
No, one of my children called me. One of my male children called me the other day and informed me that his girlfriend had to go to the hospital because she had a kidney infection, and the doctor told her it was from too much sex.
Too much sex.
That's something every mother wants to hear, by the way.
Okay, let's just look it up on Google.
And then my son said, "No, Mom, I Googled that shit. It could happen."
That's two.
Yes, and I could get pregnant by an alien.
But that's not something I could get away with. I don't get away with nothing.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna see.
Don't show it on there.
Why?
Because anyone can Google this. The illnesses you can get from having too much sex.
Okay. The illness.
UTI.
This is Women's Health Magazine. Is that a?
And look right here. In fact, it's usually your own bacteria that causes the infection.
Well, I imagine it is.
So I'm going to call my son tonight, and I'm going to tell him that his girlfriend's full of bacteria.
Yeah. And he better be careful, because he might get some in his weenie, and then he'd really be in trouble. That weenie might rot off. I'm serious.
Well, no, don't you remember the first time he was here? You went and took him, bought him condoms.
Yeah, I did. And I told him the good brand, too. But Maybe you're in a brand new relationship. You just went through a romantic trip with your spouse, or you're dating long distance, and finally you saw your partner. Whatever your reason for having sex-filled weekend, it can come with one unfortunate side effect, a urinary tract. But that's urinary tract.
Okay, look, nobody wants to hear this.
Well, no, we're done.
Anybody can Google this. I don't need to sit here and read how
You'd be surprised.
all about the urethra and everything else.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. I didn't say nothing about no reefer.
It's right there.
I'm going to tell you what. Went to the convenience store last night, and the Indian guy that runs the place, real nice people though, gave me a little tube, a little pixie stick thing with CBD oil. Everybody's going crazy over this CBD oil.
It's $3.49 for that little pixie stick looking tube.
Yeah, well, he gave it to me. I wouldn't pay for $3.49.
He gave it to you. He gave one to me for free too. I just didn't use it.
Be careful. You got my finger in that chair over there.
Well, quit putting your finger in my chair.
Well, I had it on my chair. You come over and smacked it. I brought that thing home. I sucked all that stuff out of it. Didn't feel a thing. As a matter of fact, I tossed and turned all night, come to think of it.
That's weird.
In France, the Islamic culture is multiplying 8 to 8.1. Well, I didn't get to finish my thing about the guy that shot up the people here in Chattanooga. Go back to that for just a minute until you come up with something better. The boy that shot all these the Navy and Marine people in Chattanooga. What's wrong with this thing? Did it again. That family had 5 kids. They had a picture of the whole family. And they posted it on Facebook and all this stuff. The whole family. There was like 2 boys and 3 girls, I believe, or something like that. That family had 5 children. That's how many children you got, isn't it?
I have 5.
I bet you're a Muslim. Are you a Muslim?
Yes, I'm from Abu Dhabi.
I had 4. Does that make me?
Huh?
I said I had 4. What does that make me?
4?
Well, yeah, I tried for the 2.5 thing,
Yeah.
and the half wound up being 2 more.
Oh, I see. I've got 4 children. I did that for my country.
I'm Polish.
Polish.
Polish, and I was raised Catholic.
Catholic. Isn't that weird? I always wondered what it'd be like to date a Catholic girl. And now I'm...
He doesn't practice it.
And now you're going to know what it's like to be tortured by one.
Where are you going?
To the garbage can.
You're just going to get up and walk off the set and everything and to go to the garbage can?
Well, I'm throwing something in the garbage.
I did. I had 4 kids.
I did too. I've got 2 boys.
3 pregnancies, 4 children.
I have 2 boys and 2 girls.
I have 4 boys. All boys.
I was going to get some coffee.
Well,
I'll go get it.
I was up there. I was going to make it for you, but...
Were you really? I got to make me some
Here,
coffee.
I'll do it.
No, you talk women stuff, and I'll be right back. Oh, I got to stretch anyway. Go ahead.
There's nothing worse, though, than when one of your kids calls you and they're crying or upset.
It is. It's the worst thing in the world.
Especially when you're 11 hours away and there's nothing you can do over the phone.
Right?
Well,
to reach out and grab her, give her a hug. Him, her.
you could always make a phone call. I've done that a few
That's
times.
true.
You want anything?
Yeah, you've done that quite a few times.
I've been real lucky with my kids.
You know, and this whole men thing, like, they don't have to go nearly through anything that we go through. Like, God, shaving our legs, shaving our hoo-ha, waxing our eyebrows.
Right? There's the bikini area.
Dyeing your hair.
Or trying to stay young looking forever.
It's a long process, man.
It is. I used to only spend 2 minutes
Oh,
to make.
shoot.
Now I spend 4. It sucks.
Pause for 1 second, y'all.
You can't walk off this little.
I forgot to plug in my phone.
Oh. We'll be back.
I could have been doing that the whole time. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
I gotta open up a new can of coffee. It's gonna take me a second.
Uh-oh.
What? Aimee, you're supposed to be talking to people.
I know.
Of course, Jerry, he just likes to look at pretty women, so he's all right.
Oh, my Lord.
What?
I just got a text message from my mom.
Oh, Lord.
Now my mom's going to the hospital.
Uh-oh. What's wrong with Mom? She getting her side checked out?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta step away from here because,
I'll be right there.
all right, I'll wait for you. She doesn't know anything about her insurance. And because she's up north now, she doesn't know if she's gonna be in network or not.
Well, shoot. I think somebody's trying to tell us something about this TV show.
No, she just sent, my mom sent me a long paragraph. I just got off the phone with her earlier.
Yeah.
And she says that she can't leave Pennsylvania until she knows that her sister's okay. And my aunt, she has to go to chemo 3 times a week, and she has to, for the thing on her leg, she has to keep getting cadaver skin put over it till it heals. So, I'm sorry, y'all. Have a nice evening.
Are you going to leave?
I have to call my mom.
Oh, well, it'll be over by the time you get back. We only got 17 minutes anyway.
I know, but
Well, I'm sorry. I hope she's going to be okay. Is that going to cost me the...
she said she feels really sick.
she's probably just worn out.
Okay, Ames, give me a call later.
All right, I will.
Are you leaving me too?
I'm going off the phone.
Well, I guess that's leaving me. See, that's the way women are. They're not...
They're watching.
You ask them to help you and they don't...
She's still watching.
Oh.
I've got to go. I'm going to go use your phone charger in there.
Okay. All right. So for the... Oh. Scared me. Whew.
I'm worried about my mom.
I don't know when this girl does that, if she's going to kiss me or bite me. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. All right. So anyway, this is all urine. Where did she say she had a urinary problem?
What?
Where did she say she had an infection?
Zach's the one. I'm only going off what Zach told me about Anna.
But she said she had the infection where? I'm trying to figure this out now.
A kidney infection.
Kidney infection. That is part of your urinary tract, though, isn't it? So this does say you can get urinary tract infections from too much sex. Well, by God, I don't have to worry about that none. Oh, Lord have mercy. We got some more people in here. I thank you for coming. We're going to be here every night, I think, from now on at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on News and Bull on the front page. If you're watching live on YouTube right now, you need to go to newsandbull.com if you want to be in the chat room, because if you're over, you can watch it on YouTube, but you can't participate in the chat room. If you're watching the show recorded on Facebook, that's fine. Of course, you can't converse with us. I get tickled when we put our little talk show on Facebook. Some people actually get in there on Facebook and comment as the show goes along. And I always wondered, do they not know that show is recorded? I don't know if they do or not. I'm not saying they're stupid or anything. It's just kind of funny that they do that. But if you're watching on Facebook, we're not doing the show live on Facebook anymore. I got tired of Facebook knocking me off because I said some little something on there that they didn't like. Personally, I think Facebook is totally 100% New World Order, pro-Muslim, pro-Democrat, anti-American, all for sex things. I mean, out of the ordinary sex thing. They're for gays. They're for transvestites. They even allow people to put. Let me ask. I want to ask y'all this question. If maybe y'all can help me out. Oh, Brenda says, I respect a woman who has had 5 children. She did her part of multiplying. That's right. I do too. Brenda, you'll like Brenda. She is really, really sweet. She said, I respect a woman who has had 5 children. She did her part of multiplying the Americans. And they are Americans. They are Americans. They're good old white American people. I guess I probably said the wrong thing when I said they're white. I want to tell you something. I want to show y'all something. Now, I have a page on Facebook that's called Girls of the Day, and I sometimes think my girls, my daughters, don't like it too much. Well, they're just going to have to lump it because I do what I'm going to do. But it's called Girls of the Day, and I'm going to show you this here just a second. Like I say, I was totally unprepared today, but that's the way I always am. All right, now here is my Girls of the Day page. There's nothing wrong with this. This is a girl in a regular old bikini. There's a cute girl, probably what, 18 or 19 or 20, something like that. I don't fool with little teens. But these are all grown-up girls. I mean, that girl is grown up right there, obviously. But this is the kind of thing I put on the page. There's nothing nasty about any of these pictures. And you say, well, why do you do that? Well, I tell you what. It's gotten to where, oh, I thought y'all could see it. I'm sorry. Let me put this on automatic. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Well, I thought I could. There you go. But these are just girls in bikinis and shorts and stuff like that, This is about as nasty as I get right there. I mean, that's as nasty as I get right there. But this is just what I do. And you say, well, why do you do that? Well, I'm going to tell you why. And I'm serious about this. I know it sounds crazy, but I am a crazy kind of person anyway, so I can't help it. Do you know, I had 2 boys. And I had 2 girls. I had the 2 girls first. I worried that my 2 boys could wind up being gay because, I know everybody's going to be going on about that when they hear that. But I'm going to tell you something. I didn't want my boys to be gay because the Bible that I read, and it's called the Holy Bible, it's called God's Word, not Allah's Word. It's not Mohammed's word. It is God's word, and it came from a whole big huge collection of leaders and spiritual leaders and people that tried to keep people to help people do right back 2,000, 3,000 years ago. And in that Bible that I read, it says homosexuality is a sin or an abomination. Is what it says, abomination to God. It says that. I believe that. And I worried that, with so many gay guys and all this kind of stuff when my boys were born and started growing up, that I always thought, well, what's wrong with looking at girls and these kind of things like this? What's wrong with it? You can't touch them. You can't commit what kind of sin would you commit against looking at girls like this? It's just human nature. Well, I put that on there. Do you know that page is becoming more talked about as being bad than all the other bullshit that they've got on on Facebook. They got Muslims on there. You can't say anything against a Muslim. I put a very short little thing on Facebook. You know how when somebody says something, you put a comment underneath it. There was something about some Muslims, and I said Muslims are evil. Now, that's all I said. Muslims are evil. Do you know Facebook took me down for I think 4 or 5 days or something like that? Took me totally down. Even though I make some of my living doing this show and these pages and everything, and this girls page and all this, I make a little bit of money from that. Not much, but I make a little money. And what is wrong with saying that? Because I think Muslims are evil. That's my personal opinion. The Constitution in the country that I was born and raised in, and the same country that I fought in Vietnam for, and messed up my life because of Agent Orange, because of PTSD, and because of all kinds of other crap that I've got today because of it, then I did all of this for my country and for my godly country. And when I was in Vietnam on post, I read the Bible. They wouldn't let me take anything out to post except the Bible. Well, then why is it I am the one that's bad? You know, because I wanted my boys to see girls. I wanted my boys to be straight. I wanted my boys to be good boys and do because the Bible told me that if a man lays with another man, it's an abomination, period. And I'm not a preacher. Hell no, I'm no preacher. I cuss and I fuss and I drink a beer every once in a while. But I'm going to tell you something. I think my chances of getting in heaven for doing what I did than a lot more than some of these other churches out there that's going full speed today. That's just a little preaching thing I wanted to get done tonight. That's my preaching part of the show. Let's see. From now on, when you come to see the show, I have got these little things that I put up here like this. Before the show starts, like a 5-minute countdown. Actually, I started with a 15, then I put a 5. And I do that so that you know that when the show's coming up. But you won't see that in the recorded shows that you see on YouTube and on Facebook. Trying to get this all back together, and I about got it there. Jerry Horton and Brenda and a couple other folks that's in there have been with me a long time, and I appreciate them doing that. We're averaging about 100 people per show watching this show, either on YouTube, Facebook, and on on newsandbull.com, and I'm going to be putting it on Redneck Update as well. I've got like 14 websites I do. I'm just telling all this so y'all know what I'm doing. You know, it's not very interesting, I know, but that's just what I do. I want to go back over here. Like I said a little while ago, I was looking at. Let me look back here on News and Bull. I want to tell you something kind of weird. Most of, I think, at least half of these folks that's watching this show tonight and on the recorded show, we've had 2 different fires out in East Brainerd area in the past 6 months, where a house or an apartment caught on fire, and then when they got in there, they found a body. And I hope that the fire department and police department and all of them are trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know. I lost a good friend that way. One girl's name was Diane. She had been ill, and now I do know she smoked, so maybe she just went to sleep and the cigarette caught the apartment on fire or what, but she died in that fire. Let me see what else we got in the news over here now. All right. It says Twitter accidentally suspended David Horowitz again. Locks account of Carpe Donktum. What in the world is carpe? Carpe means carpe. Doesn't carpe diem or something like that mean something about the dawn of the day or something like that? What does carpe donkum mean? Do anybody know? Let's go here and look. Locke's account of carpe donktum. What in the world is that? David Horowitz, he's I don't even know what he does. I hadn't heard from him in a long time. I'll bet he's for Trump, though, if he's getting suspended like that. Let me look it up. Joe Biden based his entire campaign on a lie. Carpe donktum. Yeah, he's for Trump. Let's just see what he says about some of these things. Can y'all hear that? I don't know yet. I don't think you can.
I shake hands, I hug people, I grab men and women by the shoulders and say, you can do this. And whether they're women, men, young, old, it's the way I've always been. It's the way I try to show I care about them and I'm listening.
You believe that they would suspend your account for that right there? I'm going to look at it again. I think it's funny.
Care about them and I'm listening. I shake hands, I hug people, I grab men and women by the shoulders and say, you can do this. And whether they're women, men, young, old, it's the way I've always been. It's the way I try to show I care about them and I'm listening.
Okay. I could not, because of the system that I have. Did that sound okay? And I don't even know. What did he say? What was he saying? Biden was putting his shoulders on Biden, another Biden. Budweiser's making queer beer? Lord have mercy, Jerry. I don't know, man. They don't hide the fact that we are infidels. We should die by Allah. That's worse than what you said about them. Yeah. Absolutely. Let me roll this up a little bit more. She's got some more to say. Okay, here's what Brenda was saying. It'll take a second for it to get over on my screen. They don't hide the fact that we are infidels. We should die by Allah. That's worse than what you said about them. They are evil. Truth hurts. LOL. Yes, it does. When it reminds me of Vietnam, these Muslims do. We go over there and we fight in the Mideast. Now these Muslims, they kill each other. They do. They'll kill each other. They don't kill who they. Then the reason they don't kill, it doesn't bother them who they kill, simply because they think if they kill another Muslim because of the religion, they think that person is going to go to heaven because another soldier from Islam shot them and killed them because of something they said or did. So it doesn't bother them. It really doesn't bother them. I've read a lot of the Quran, and it plainly says in there that if you kill an infidel, which is everybody that's not an Islamic, everybody that's not an Islamic, then you did a good thing. You're going to get a reward for that. That's sick. Well, it's 10 o'clock, 10:01. I need to check on Aimee and see what's going on with her mom. I hate it. She got called right in the middle of the show, but her mom's not doing too well. She's just worn out, really, is what's wrong with her, I think. She's just worn out. And she's been going back and forth from Chattanooga, where it's somewhat a lot warmer, and then going up to Philadelphia, where it's 40 degrees, and then back and forth, and that's probably she probably just wore out. She's a wonderful person, her mother is. What was that one more thing I wanted to tell you about Islam before I get away from here? But anyway, Facebook will not let you put anything on there at all that says anything bad about Islam or a Muslim. You can get on there and say Rick Igo's a fat ass, Rick Igo's crazy, Rick Igo is just sinful, anything you want. They don't take it down. But you say something about a Muslim on there, and they'll take you off. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why real quick, and I'm going to get off here. But I believe that Facebook was started by, first of all, Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg, the guy that started Facebook. He is the CEO, the COO, and all this other stuff. He started that thing in college, and before he even got out of college, he announced that he's going to have these two big server centers, one on the east and west coast. This is the most obvious evidence that he is backed by the New World Order and all that. He said he had to have $1 billion for each server center. One on the west coast, and when I say server centers, I'm talking about buildings. His server centers are probably 20 times bigger than Amazon storage buildings, or where they, you know what I'm talking about, their warehouses and stuff. It's probably 20 times bigger than all of those. And there's one on the east coast and the west coast, and they're full of electronic, computer-like things, and they're called servers, and they've got tens of thousands of those in the building. It costs $1 billion for each server center to handle the traffic for Facebook, and yet this kid was still in college, and he dropped out. And all of a sudden, he announced he's building these two server centers. Now he's built about 20 more at a cost of $1 billion a piece. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know anything about Facebook's business, but they're not making any money. I guarantee you they're not making any money. So where do they get the billions of dollars to build those server centers? And I've heard people say, well, they got investors. It takes 1,000 millions to make $1 billion. So if he got investors, where do you go to get 1,000 people to loan you or let you have $1 million? Where are you going to find anything like that? I tell you, I don't know of two people in Chattanooga that could possibly let me have $1 million. They won't. But I have two friends that probably could let me have $1 million if they so decided. Anyway, people just don't realize what we're going up against in our country. I know this is a little kind of bounced around tonight. I'm trying to feel Aimee out. She's trying to feel me out. We're trying to get together. On our show, we will get it together. I promise you that. It's just it's new, you know. And I did it with Anna for years, and you know we finally got to where we could work it together, but kind of went downhill. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you folks tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, same time, same channel. Love you. See you later. Bye-bye.